absolutely thrilled to welcome him to Morning Footy. Haji, great to see you. What a weekend for you, my guy. Are you still buzzing?
Yeah. Still getting over the hype from last weekend, but very happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
You have a knack for scoring these big-time goals and these big moments. Can you take us through that game winner and just kind of what was going through your head and your reaction when you saw the ball go in the back of the net?
Yeah, I remember their six getting the ball kind of facing their own goal, and I kind of just wanted to cheat and be on my way to the goalkeeper so I could force a clearance early. But fortunate for me, the pass was a little short. I was able to get on the end of it, and then from there, just kind of tried to keep my composure. Yeah, and then took it past the goalkeeper and was able to tap it into an open goal.
Great composure. Haji, I want to talk about your growth as a player since coming to Coventry City, because I felt like you obviously have all the physical attributes to be an incredible striker. And I think once you've gone to Coventry City and now have played in that left wing role, you've not only developed with your runs and your tactical acumen, but your first touch, your finishing, everything has leveled up. What has been so special about your time at Coventry City that has allowed you to develop?
I think it's just the amount of games we play. I think coming to situations week in, week out where maybe the first few weeks you don't get it perfect and you kind of learn from that situation. And then having the opportunity to relive it again so quickly, having games every 3 to 4 days here, just gives you the opportunity to perfect those skills in certain situations.
Haji, we come in every season, right, and everyone wants to work on something, especially as a young player. At Coventry last year, you guys flirted with the playoffs, dropped out towards the end of the season. What's the goal from a Coventry standpoint, and then what are the personal goals? What did you come into the season saying, hey, I need to get better at X, Y, and Z?
Yeah, I think personally we have a really good squad this season, and we have a lot of squad depth, is something we didn't have last season. So we're hoping to go further than what we did last season. I know we came pretty close to the playoffs, but hopefully we're looking more towards the automatic this season with the squad we have. And as far as my personal goals, I think assists is something that I can improve in my game. I think I got 6 or 7 last season, but I've had, even last game, a few opportunities to pick other teammates out in promising positions that I wasn't able to take full effect of. And, I'd love to improve on that.
Haji, we're talking about personal goals. What about your personal journey? It seems like once you got to Turkey and you had those couple really prolific seasons in Turkey, it's like you understood something that you weren't understanding before. Like something definitely clicked in Turkey. What do you think that was?
It's hard to say. I mean, I think at that time I had Nur Shine as a coach. And, knowing Nur, he played everywhere, and he was able to give me that information of what I needed to do and what I needed to be become a good striker. And just having that coaching from him and that leadership and that guidance really helped me grow as a player.
Haji, talk to me about that FA Cup run last season. I mean, scoring a goal against Manchester United, that's got to be one of the top moments of your career. I mean, that's something that every kid dreams about, scoring against Manchester United. But what did that do for you in terms of maybe aspirations? Obviously, Coventry City has been great to you. You're performing extremely well and consistent for them. But in terms of the future, is that something you want to, live up to, is playing in the Premier League or playing in Champions League? Is that something that's on your mind, or is that something that you don't really try and focus on right now?
No, I mean, of course, it's always a dream, I'd say, to play in the Premier or to play in Champions League. I think that's every player's goal, is to, get to the highest level, and I'm no different from that.
Haji, I want to ask about another American that scored at the weekend, Josh Sargent. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did you two have the same amount of goals last season?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Okay. So how much are you two kind of keeping tabs on each other? Is it sort of like a little friendly competition between the two Americans?
No, I wouldn't say it's competition. I think when we join up for the national team, we're friends and we get along really well. And I'm happy that he does well at Norwich. I mean, last season when we played them, he did really well against us, so I was happy for him. But yeah, we obviously just want to do our best for our clubs because we're both playing for the few promotion spots that are available. And yeah, again, I'm just happy for him.
Haji, we've seen you throughout your career play multiple positions, right? From the youth national teams to the national team, and now pretty much as a left winger. What's been the big difference, and is there a preferred position for you? And what's been the learning curve in that position?
Yeah, I remember when I was younger, I kind of started off on the right wing and then eventually moved center to striker, and now I'm on the opposite side on the left. And yeah, it's been a bit of a learning curve. When I first started last season playing more out wide as second striker, winger, whatever you want to call it, it was a bit uncomfortable and unorthodox for me. I didn't really understand the positional role and what I needed to do and what was needed from me to help my team. But now having played there so long and, being able to play across the front three just really helps. And I think growing as a player really allowed me to understand multiple positions.
Well, I mean, the flexibility now that you can play across the front three. If you had a new coach, maybe, that opens up more doors. So speaking of a new coach, obviously you've heard Pochettino has agreed, nothing's been signed yet, but has agreed to be the next coach for the U.S. men's national team. What did you think when you heard that as a player who I think obviously you showed your quality in Nations League, didn't get the opportunities that I'm sure you wanted in Copa America, but now it's a fresh start. Yeah,
like you said, it's a fresh start, and every player he picks for the rosters coming on will have to earn their spots, and I think it's good that we have a new coach and someone who's so well-traveled as Pochettino to come into the group and help us improve all his players. I think he's probably the right person to lead us to success.
It's definitely an eyebrow raiser. Pochettino, for all of us, right, on that first show that we did when we heard that it was Pochettino who was reportedly agreeing to sign for the men's national team, we all perked up. How, from a player's perspective, how do you guys interpret all of this?
I think it's exciting. He's worked with great players around the world. He's worked with some of the best players in our generation, with Mbappe, Neymar, and Harry Kane. So I think we're all eager to get into training with him and just learn from him.
Haji, okay, let's say that I'm Pochettino. Let's pretend that everything
Hola,
is.
Mauricio.
Hola, Nico.
Bienvenidos.
Let's say that everything's signed, sealed, delivered. You're making a pitch to me to get you into this mix, to be a big part of this U.S. men's national team. Give me your pitch. What kind of player is Pochettino getting in Haji Wright?
Yeah, he's getting an aggressive player who, is really direct going forward and would love to help the team going backwards. I think I have a sort of an engine in me that allows me to play at a high intensity throughout the 90 minutes. And goal threat is what my main goal is and what I bring to the team. So hopefully a lot of goals and assists.
You hit on something there that I just find absolutely remarkable, and that is your fitness. You played 50 matches last year. 50. You scored 19 goals across all competitions. When you think about the grueling schedule of the championship and you add in all of the other tournaments, how do you stay fit? What's been the key for you?
I think it's just been the way we train here at Coventry. It allows us to, translate that match form to training. And every day we're at it 100%, and every day feels like a fight or a war. So we kind of translate directly to the game.
You staying in the ice bath or what? Because I don't know what you're doing. I don't know. My hamstrings hurt. My hamstrings hurt seeing how many minutes you played last year. God.
Well, Haji, before we let you go, like I said at the start, you've scored some pretty remarkable goals in your career. Which one is your favorite?
My favorite goal would have to be probably the winner at Wolves last season in the FA Cup. Mm-hmm.
Hard to top that one.
Yeah,
it was,
that'll do it.
Quite a moment. Haji, continued success. We look forward to watching you score many more goals this season. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us.